Good afternoon and welcome to another episode of Soul Cooking with Tea. Today's show is sponsored by Frywall. Mr. Reiner invented the Frywall in his kitchen in Brooklyn, New York. You may have seen his product and seen him on Shark Tank and the Today Show. And you can purchase the Frywall, which will be demonstrated here on the show at frywall.com or at qvc.com or amazon.com. Hi, and welcome to another episode of Soul Cooking with Tea. Today's show is being sponsored. The products that we are talking about today is the Frywall. And ladies and gentlemen, I have already used the Frywall in my kitchen. We are excited to show you and demonstrate to you about the Frywall. And so today, like I said, let me start again. My name is Tawana Carlton. I am your host of Soul Cooking with Tea. Sorry I didn't say that at the beginning. I am so excited today to be able to have a sponsor for our show. And again, today we are demonstrating the Frywall. And here we have two different sizes of the Frywall. And today we'll be using this one. Ladies and gentlemen, to me, this is a product that you cannot have in your kitchen if you're a cook. If you cook, if you fry, whether you're sauteing, no matter what, because we don't like to have all that splatter on our stove. And to me, this is the most innovative thing that I've come across to use in my kitchen, because growing up, I know what it was to be that child and have to clean the stove after your parents or your grandparents have cooked. Especially in the South, we do a lot of frying, we do a lot of sauteing, and so having that splatter on the stove growing up as a child and having to get the grease off the refrigerator, off the counters, or off the walls, and especially off the stove, and having to have to scrub, this right here, this will save you a lot of time. And so I am thankful. I want to take the time right now to thank Mr. Reiner for sponsoring our show today, sending us products to use and to show and to share with you all. And if you could, at this time, just take time and hit the share button with your family and friends on all your social media so that they can see the Frywall and what we're about to do here in Soul Cooking with Tea. So I want to show you, like I said, this is the largest size one. They come in 8, 11, let me get my notes because I do not want to tell you wrong. Okay, it comes in 8, 10, and 12. Thank you for joining us live. I can't see you right now, but I want to take this time to thank you, those that were watching us live and those that will catch the replay. Again, today's show is being sponsored by Frywall. And so this is the largest size of the Frywalls. So if you would join me over at the stove, I want to show you and demonstrate how it's going to work. So give my cameraman just a few seconds so that you can come over here to our stove so that you can see exactly how the Frywall works. So just give him a few seconds, give him a few minutes, and while he readjusts things, hope that you're having a great day. So here I have let me turn my eye up a little bit. And it's just for demonstrations today. I'm cooking a hamburger because what I found out that a hamburger will splatter a lot. You have a lot of things in the kitchen that does a lot of splattering. And so here I have my large cast iron skillet. I have my eye up kind of high. It will hold the silicone. The degrees is up. You can do up to 450 degrees. So as you can see, I don't have anything in my skillet. I don't have any oil. As you can see, the Frywall, I'm gonna use my spatula so you can see it does not touch the bottom of the skillet. It fits nicely in. It's not any wrinkles, it's not buckling, and it's not melting in the skillet. And as you can see, if my cameraman can just give him a few seconds, he can just pan down so that you can see how high I have the eye on. And so that way you'll know how it works. As you can see, I have the eye kind of high. You can start to see the smoke come up. So just give him a second. I'm going to push the pot back. Okay, he got it. All right, so we're going to stand it back up. Like I said, we want to make sure that you can see it from all angles. So I'm going to take my hamburger. As you can see, you'll hear it. Sorry about that. We lost the camera. We're trying to readjust so that you all can see exactly what we're doing. So I'm going to turn it down because I don't want it to smoke too much because we don't want the fire alarms to go off. So as you can hear that sizzle. You can hear it sizzling in the skillet. And like I said, this is today's episode is about just doing a demonstration. So I wanted you to see about the Frywall. Thank you all for joining. And so as you can see, hopefully my cameraman can get it just a little bit closer into the skillet so that you can see how it starts to splatter. And see, you can see how it's starting to splatter around in the Frywall. And so what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm just going to go ahead and turn this over. And as you can see, the hamburger is starting to cook. And we have a lot of splatter going on. Excuse me for a second, I just need to get a plate. And so the Frywall, like I said, this is the larger size of the Frywall. And maybe you can see inside of the rim. I just got my hand in so I can just show you. You'll start to see the splatter. And this keeps it from getting on your countertops. It keeps it from getting on your stove. It keeps it from getting splattering up. It keeps it from splattering on your walls and on your refrigerator. And it's just, to me, a great, innovative way to keep the splatter down. It saves you time in the kitchen for not having to clean up that oil, that grease, that sauce, no matter what you are cooking in your kitchen. So, in another skillet, if my cameraman will pan around, you'll be able to see I have a small skillet, and in that skillet, hope that you can hear me. If you can't hear me, please let me know so my cameraman can see. Put a 1 in the feed if you can hear me real good, because I was stepping away from the stove and I don't want you to not hear what I'm saying about the Frywall. So if my cameraman can pan around just a little bit here to my other skillet. So I'm going to turn it up a little bit. And in this skillet, I just want to show you the difference between having the Frywall and not having, and having the Frywall and not having the Frywall when you are frying things. So I've cut up some potatoes. I think my oil may be hot. No, not quite. So let's turn it up a little bit. So I just want to show you the difference in having the Frywall and not having the Frywall, because you're going to see the difference on my stove. And as you can see, my stove is clean. I don't have any grease popping from the cooking of the potatoes. From cooking of the hamburger. So I'm going to get my little spatula right here. So as you can see, it's starting the potatoes are starting to cook. And so in a few minutes, we'll come back to the potatoes. And I'm going to ask my cameraman to come back over to our hamburger. Just be patient with us as we move around in the kitchen. I just wanted to make sure that you can see through the rim here inside the Frywall. So you can see the grease, how it has started to pop. And I thought that the hamburger would be a great way of demonstrating the Frywall. So as you can see, around the side of the Frywall, it's not folding in, it's not melting, it is catching all of that oil and then all of that popping that you get when you're cooking a hamburger. No matter what temperature you may be cooking that hamburger on, you still will get that splatter. And so to me, this is a great product to use in your kitchen if you're a cook. And if you're not just an everyday cook, it doesn't matter. Just being a cook and being in the kitchen, to me, this has truly helped me keep the splatter down off of my stove. And so as you can see, it is just keeping it right inside. I don't have any grease around, and that's a great thing. Oh, that hamburger is starting to smell. It is smelling delicious. So again, if you don't mind, take this time out and share this video with your family and friends and loved ones. And we thank you for joining us for another episode of Soul Cooking with T. So as you can see, oh my goodness, we have such a splatter going on in the kitchen. Again, today's show is being sponsored by Frywall. So I wanted to come on so that you can see what the Frywall is doing. And as you can see, cooking my fries in this one, trying to make sure we don't get no splatter. Hold on. So that you can see the difference. So just give me a second. The cameraman stepped away for a second. And so he's back now. Okay, so now he's back. And so as you can see, on the side here and on the handle right here, you can start to see we have splatter from the small skillet, just cooking some fries, just cooking a few potatoes. And there's not much in the skillet, as you can see. Let me go ahead and turn them over. Just like that. Okay. Now, as you can see, we have some splatter because we don't have anything to cover the skillet with the French fries. So, that's why I said it's great to have the Frywall as a part of your accessories and what you need in your kitchen to cook. So if we come back over to the hamburger, okay, let's see about the fries. So you see we have some splatter. Let me open my tongs so that you can see, you know, exactly what I mean by some splatter going on. Okay. All right. So you can see on the fries what I mean by it's popping up. You don't have anything to protect your stove. You have oil. I have oil on my stove from cooking the fries because they start to splatter. And you can see around the inside of the skillet where it's just popping up. Where here I have something to protect it from popping up on my stove, on my countertop, and all of that. So if my cameraman comes back over to the Frywall, you can see what I'm talking about. As you can see here, we have all that splatter. And this is protecting your stove. Like I said, it's protecting your countertops. It's protecting your, whatever you have that's close to your stove, that protects it from getting that splatter. And so again, I want to thank those that are watching me live here in Soul Cooking with T, and those that will catch the replay. And again, today's show has been sponsored by Frywall. You can purchase a Frywall from Frywall.com. That's FRYWALL.com, or is it QVC.com, or either Amazon.com. And so I just wanted to come on today and share about a new product that I came across while watching Shark Tank. And again, we want to thank Mr. Rainier for sending the Frywall to us here in our kitchen. Sorry about that. We almost had a disaster with the camera, but that's okay. My cameraman was quick. So we want to thank you for joining us. So that's exactly what he built this thing to do, is to protect its dishwasher safe. Make sure you put it on your top shelf in your dishwasher, and just use a little mild detergent and wash it if you want to wash it in your sink. That's what I've done. I didn't use anything hard, no hard chemicals or anything. I just used some water and a little dish detergent, and that's all I did to wash my Frywall. So this is, like I said, a great a piece to add to your kitchen because it keeps the splatter down. And I wanted to cook a hamburger so that you could see how much of a splatter that you can get when you're cooking a hamburger. That's the same thing if you were cooking a sauce or you were sauteing anything. It just keeps everything contained so that your cleanup can be easy on you. So if my cameraman doesn't mind, we'll come back over here. So again, let me open the windows because we have a little smoke, and like I said, we want the alarms to be going off. And like I said, let me show you this side, the other side that I received. And see, it just, like I said, it's this is the small. I believe this is the 8 or the 10. I think it's the 10 of the Frywall, and it comes in a container so that when you wash it, it's easily stored in its own little container. You can either hang it up, or if you have a place in your kitchen or a shelf that you can just sit it up on, and that way it's out of the plate, out of the way. It takes up no space at all, whether it's in your cabinets or it's where you keep your pots and pans. Like I said, this to me, let me give my cameraman, he's looking for some paper. He wants to make sure we don't burn anything today, and I thank him for helping me each and every Friday that we're on. So again, today's episode of Soul Cooking with T has been sponsored by Frywall. Make sure you check out Frywall at frywall.com, also at qvc.com, and also at amazon.com. And I thank you again for joining me here for another episode of Soul Cooking with T. We want to thank the CEO of Frywall, Mr. Renier, for being our sponsor today. And after the show today, I've decided that I will come back on live probably in the next 30 minutes as we get cleaned in our kitchen, so that you can come in and ask me questions. Because what I've discovered after I've done my shows, that there are questions about recipes that I've used, things that I've cooked, things that I've demonstrated in the kitchen, and I don't get a chance all the time to answer those questions until after the show, and then I have to come back in. And so I've decided that I would like to come back in and do a live show, so that way that you have my full attention. You can ask questions about anything that I've done, or something I said, or some recipe, or something that I've made on the show, and you really want to get more details about it, making sure that you have the recipe and all the ingredients. And so I want to make sure that I come back on. So give me about 30 minutes. I'll come back on live in Soul Cooking with T, and you can join me, so that way we can have a one-on-one conversation. I can answer your questions. You have my full attention, and so I want to make sure that you understand about different products that you see here on Soul Cooking with T. So if you're watching, or if you have friends that have cooking utensils, aprons, bonnets, or anything that I can use in the kitchen to cook, even fashions. If you're out there and you have clothes, you have makeup, whatever it is that you think that I can wear or I'm interested in wearing, hit me in the inbox. My name is Tawana Carlton, and just leave me a message and I'll get back with you, because I want to make sure that any product that I use in my kitchen, I want to make sure that my friends and family and those that follow me here in Soul Cooking with T, I want to make sure I introduce you to things, because this to me has been a game changer in my kitchen. Because like I said, I'm from the South. We do a lot of frying, we do a lot of sauce, we do a lot of sauteing, and so to me, this really has changed the game for me in my kitchen, because now it cuts down on my cleaning time, because I don't have to go back in after I've cooked and we've eaten, and we get that lazy that laziness and want to just sit down and don't want to have to go back into the kitchen. Unfortunately, I don't have a maid, can't afford a maid, so I have to go back in and clean my stove, clean my counters. Of course, you'll have some cleanup, but having this Frywall eliminates a lot of my cleanup, especially when I'm frying. As you can see, as you're seeing me doing the hamburger, that splatter and everything that comes with the hamburger, cooking hamburger, or you're frying chicken, or you're sauteing, you're making sauces, or anything that bubbles and splatters out. This right here, you need this in your kitchen. I am so thankful that I saw Mr. Rainier on Shark Tank. I am so grateful and I'm so blessed that he has sponsored our show today so that I can share some of the products that I've come across and that companies have decided to allow us to bring them into Soul Cooking with T and to be able to share them with you. And so this today's show again has been sponsored by Frywall. So make sure you check out their products either at frywall.com or either qvc.com or amazon.com. And again, thank you for being here. Thank you for your support, for giving, just coming live with me each and every time, either my live viewers and my replay viewers. I thank those that catch the replay. Don't think that we're not watching. We comment when you make comments. We thank you. For those that don't make the comments, just watching our show, we thank you for that. And so this is just only the beginning of products that we'll be demonstrating in our kitchen. We will get back to cooking, but today we wanted to come in and show you a new product that we that we've tried in our kitchen, and we wanted to share with you so that you can buy this product and show and have it in your home, because I tell you, this right here is a game changer in the kitchen. So again, I'm Tawana Carlton, your host of Soul Cooking with T. Have a great day, and thank you for watching another episode of Soul Cooking with T. Bye.